it's Liz Yuille from Old Stables Crafts. Thank you very much for joining me again today. Today is an Inspire Create Challenge day. So let me see if I can find you. Whoops. This is today's challenge. It's a sketch challenge. You don't need to see that. It's a sketch challenge. It's a very straightforward sketch. So it's basically 4 quarters and a strip across the middle. So really easy. And I thought, as we're still in the middle of the designer series paper, buy 3 get your 4th free, that's what I'm trying to remember and my brain isn't working, I thought I would do some more designer series paper. And as it's the 25th of July, I'm going for Christmas. Christmas in July. Although this one is actually a birthday card. It uses both of these and the card that I'm going to make use the mistletoe, under the mistletoe suite, which is here on page 94 of your catalogue. It's a really fun, punchy suite. The colours are Shaded Spruce, Old Olive, Whisper White, Real Red, Early Espresso and Night of Navy. There is a matching card pack, which is Old Olive, Real Red and Shaded Spruce. There's a lovely dynamic textured impressions embossing folder, which I don't think really is, you know, Christmas. This is, I don't know if you can see that in, there we are. This is the embossing folder. And I think this has been used with ink on the embossing folder. So it's not really Christmas. I mean, they've added jewels there. So I don't think it is definitely Christmas. There are the red rhinestones, which are these little jobs here, and also the red cotton, the real red cotton ribbon, which I've used here. So it's a really fun suite, which has been sort of given a bit of a punch with this Shaded Spruce. So quarters, Real Red, quarters, Night of Navy, birthday card, Christmas card. I'm going to continue the Christmas theme because, as I say, it's Christmas in July. So this time I am using 2 other pattern papers. I'm going to be using the pattern side. So we've got fir cones and bells here, and fir cones but without the bells here. And then on the reverse of both, we've just got a dot pattern, which, as I say, I don't think is necessarily Christmas. So really versatile. I'm going to be using an Early Espresso card base, and I'm going to go for for landscape this time rather than portrait. So let's get started. The paper I have cut to, well, I've basically used my normal dimensions. So this is 5 5/8 by 3 7/8, and then the mat over the top is 5 1/2 by 3 3/4, except I've cut it into quarters. So this was a strip of 1 7/8 that I've then cut into 2 3/4 twice, and same again. So tiny bits of paper, so it's a really good way of using up scraps. And all I'm going to do is run some snail round the outside of my mat, and then I'm going to layer everything up. I'm going to put a cross in the middle, so there's a bit more adhesive, and I'll put a double cross there. So all we need to do is decide where we start. So I'm going to start with top left and just square that and pop it down, and then I'll bring in one of our other quarters. And what I will be careful of is if I need to overlap just a wee bit, because obviously I've cut from 2 pieces, so it is possible that I'll need to overlap just a wee bit, which I have there. And then again, this goes down here. And I apologise if you can hear building works off in the background. One of our neighbours is having an extension. and although I'm filming this at just coming up 7 o'clock, they're still working, so you can't do them, knock them for wanting to get on. Right, so that is our basic cross or quarters, and I'm going to add some of this lovely shaded spruce metallic ribbon. This comes in a duo with Petal Pink, and it's part of the Garden Impressions suite, so you get both of those, and that's the one that comes with the Abstract Impressions, yes, Abstract Impressions stamp set, and the lovely 6x6 designer series paper. And so this is just going to run across the middle, and let's cut a piece off and then grab some mini glue dots. This is going to go on the back, so I'm not worried that the mini glue dot is bigger than the ribbon, because I don't mind. So I'm going to attach one end so that it's going to be in the right place, which that is. Then turn it over and whoops, add another glue dot and then maybe turn it over would be a better way of doing it. So turn it over, and then I can square this up on my grid paper. So if I just grab there and square it up, that seems to be the difficulty with my brain at the moment. There we go. And then just pop that, whoops, no, that's not quite square. That will be more square. There we go. And then that should be, yes, square across the middle, so that's perfect. And then I'm going to take just another shortish piece and add I'm hoping a bow, but we'll not count our blessings just yet. I'm hoping that if I do my usual bunny ears round the ribbon, I should be able to make a little bow. Whoops. Come on, loop. Probably needed a slightly longer piece of ribbon, but we'll get there. And then just adjust this so that we've got a bow, and I'm just going to have that at sort of one end or towards one end. There we are. And I might just grab another mini glue dot and just help that stay in place by taking a glue dot and folding it in half, and then I can tuck that underneath, and then that will help hold body and soul together. And then I can just trim. I swear they're making more building noises now than they were during the day. But there we go. Just get rid of that end. Actually, that's now... Oh, no, that's not got rid of the end. Let's make that a wee bit smaller loop. That's better. And then cut there. There we go. Right, now it needs a sentiment. So I have got, somewhere I had... oh, can't see it for looking. An offcut of Whisper White. And I'm just going to use this time the Joy and Love I used to celebrate the season before. I'm going to use Joy and Love and some shaded spruce ink. And I've got this mounted on a G block. So just give that a bit of a key. It's the first time I've used it, so I always like to either rub it on the back of my hand or with one of those white rubbers. And then I'll go, I'll come in a bit, because I can then decide where I want to flag my end, because I think I want to flag my end. There we go. I wonder if that would fit on a smaller strip, actually. Let's go to try that on the smaller strip as well, and then I can decide which one I prefer. Oh, I think it will. That's nicer. That's a better size. So we'll go with that one. And yeah. Right. Actually, I'll just cut that roughly. If I could, there they are. I could find my scissors. So I'll just cut that roughly, and then I'm going to trim it down a wee bit, preferably straight, and then just flag the end. There we go. And then grab some dimensionals, just need a couple. So 1, 2, and I'm deliberately coming towards the end because I'm going to have that hanging over the edge and then trim it down. And that way it's just in a kind of, I can put it in a better position. Now we'll go down. There we are. And then just, ooh, come a little bit closer than I thought I was going to, but that's fine. It just means that the dimensional is sticking out a wee bit, so I'm just going to get in there and trim that dimensional down a little bit so that it's not quite so obvious. Says she, except my scissors now don't want to cut. There we go. That's better. Don't want dimensional sticking out and annoying us. Right, okay. So, as we're using an early espresso base, we're going to need a liner. So I will grab myself a liner, and I'll just use a piece of Whisper White, and this is the same size as the red mat. Oh, actually it's not. It's the wrong size. Huh. I picked the wrong size out. That's why this should be the right size. That's better. Right. Because I have all my mats cut ready to go. Just a little supply. Right, okay, so what to put on the inside? Let me just... this is actually not as dirty as it looks. It's stained. Now, one of my fellow demonstrators has actually bleached hers. So hers is no longer mauve, it's white, and then she can see whether when it's dirty and she can just bleach it again. So yes, joy and love. Let's go for Merry Christmas. Let's go for the absolute inevitable of Merry Christmas. And probably a C block would be good. So let me grab that back, and yes, we may do something else as well in a moment. In fact, I wonder, nope, 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 nope. Right. Oh, picked up a piece of foil at the same time. Right, so ink that up, and because we're going landscape, we'll remember to go landscape again. There we go, Merry Christmas. It's not actually that long before Christmas. Those of us who are demonstrators are going to start getting our hands on Christmas products very soon, because we can start ordering our Christmas products in, I know, August. I know it's scary, but it's true. So yeah. Right, I've decided I'm going to add a bit of extra frou-frou because one can. So let's grab a. Oh, I got a. There we are. Once upon a time I had a bee block. So I've just got, there's these little fronds here. I thought it would be fun to add those as well. And I'm just going to ink them up, stamp them off, and just have them coming round the side of our Merry Christmas. and there's one for each direction. So good old Stampin' Up have thought of it all. There we go. Pretty. Right, okay, move the rubbish from this area and add some snail to the back of our liner. Pop that in our card, preferably sort of square. There we are. Then I'm going to use liquid adhesive for this. Just need a scribble, don't need much. And then just pop that on the front. Press it down, pop that away, and there we are. So from the one sketch, we've got 2 Christmas cards and a birthday card, and we could just keep going. So I hope you enjoyed that. If you did, give it a thumbs up. If you don't already subscribe, it's down in the bottom right hand corner. This is a really easy sketch challenge. It would be great to see lots of entries this time round. There's 2 weeks. I'm just going to clean these up while I'm talking. There's 2 weeks to enter. If you go over to the Inspire Create challenge website, that's the word I'm looking for, which is linked below. So there's below in the description bar, there's a link to my blog post which goes with this and gives you dimensions and some more photographs. But there's also further down the description bar, there's a link tree link, and if you click on that, you'll get links to all sorts of things like my online store, my website again, my crafty hangout, and the Inspire Create challenge blog for this challenge. So if you pop over there, you can enter your card. You've got 2 weeks to enter, and you can just link from either your blog, from a Facebook page, I think even from Pinterest, and it would be great to see lots and lots of entries for this challenge. Thank you very much indeed for watching. If you want any of the supplies, I would be honoured if you would shop with me. If you're in the UK, that would be lovely. And if you use the host code, which is immediately below, then you get to share in the host rewards for the month. And remember that we've got the buy 3 get your 4th free designer series paper offer, and the amazing joining offer where you get your usual £130 of product for £99 with free delivery, but you also get to choose one of the colour families ink pads. So 10 ink pads go in as well, making your starter kit worth best part of £200. Thank you very much indeed, and I will see you again very soon.